Well, hello everybody. So what we're going to do is we're going to go on the Realtor.ca website and we are going to take a look at why housing in in Canada is insane. So to start, this is a little area here in the red known as Redcliffe. It's a small town just north of Medicine Hat, and Medicine Hat has a population of approximately of Medicine. So last year, 63,271. Okay, that's a decent number. So we'll go back here. Now to the northwest, follow Highway 1, and you keep a going until you get hit to Calgary. Calgary is the largest city that is close by, the other one being Edmonton, which is even further. So now we'll get rid of Medicine Hat and put Calgary. So you can see it is 1.6 million as of last year. It's even more now because people are always moving there to escape prices in BC. So it's a very large town, and north of it is Red Deer, which is big-ish, but I mean like less than 150,000. And then Edmonton, which is another large town in Alberta. If you don't know anything about Alberta, it is known as the Texas of Canada. That's an unfortunate name, but that's what it is. There's lots of backwoods people, lots of horseback riding and farms and ranches, and the Alberta beef industry is huge. They distribute to quite a few restaurants in Canada, and because it's part of what's known as the prairies, so Alberta, Saskatchewan, and Manitoba, it's also a prairie province, which means there's not a lot of mountains in a lot of areas. In fact, there's very few mountains, most of which are around Calgary, and there's a lot of wind. Lots and lots of wind. So the winter, even though in this particular area it doesn't get as cold as it does in Alberta, which makes sense because it's south, it also gets lots of snow, and because it's close enough to Calgary, it sometimes benefits from the Chinooks that they get, which is just a lot of warm air that's blown in several times a year and can absolutely drastically change the weather out there. It can get really insane. Anyway, this town does not have a lot of people, a couple thousand, I guess. And so here's an example of a house that is for sale. It is 209,900. It's in Redcliffe, again, the small town. Just shy of 1,300 square feet. 2 plus 0, which means 2 bedrooms upstairs, 0 downstairs, and 1 bathroom. So 1 bathroom in a house, not great, but it's a pretty small house, so kind of makes sense. And honestly, I don't think it would be that much to add a bathroom somewhere else. Let's look at the photos. As you can see, the outside it's got, I forget what it's called at this moment, but it's spackle, I think it's like that. It's very hard to remove. It's costly. It's toxic when you breathe it in. So I assume that's why they haven't done anything. I do think this yellow needs to go. Even if you keep the dark brown, that's totally fine, but this color just needs to change. Anyway, has a nice parking pad. No garage, obviously, but looks decent. Has some grass and a little sidewalk, and I think with some Christmas lights on it, it could be absolutely adorable. Keep going. Another shot of the front. Love this rounded door. Oh my god, it's very unique. I quite like it. This piece of furniture looks old, but looks like it was aged on purpose. Most of it, like this color wood, I would absolutely get rid of, and no carpet on the stairs. Oh my goodness. Maybe a carpet runner in the middle, but my god. This flooring definitely hasn't been replaced in a very long time. This looks like it's in really good condition, like they've either recently painted it or just keep it clean, and all the molding and whatnot looks pretty good. Nice little photos of their family. Little school bus out front. This is the living room and I guess front room-ish area. There's no TV right in this area, so I guess that's where you go to read. Anyway, the living room here with the little TV. That's pretty cute. Actually, that looks really comfortable, although that looks like it's the same fabric that's used in cords, like corduroy pants, and that is a hard pass for texture reasons. Whew, no thank you. Another shot of the living room. Looks pretty good. Nice dining room. I really like that, actually. That's quite nice. Don't love the paneling, but that can be changed. Another shot of the dining room. It's good size too. Quite like it. Another shot of the dining room. Okay, here we are in the kitchen. Not a lot of storage space over here. I wonder why they decided not to go with cupboards. Maybe this wall can't support that kind of weight. I don't know. It's hard to say. A decent sized kitchen though. I could work with that. That's not a big deal. Oh, I like the metal. I like the metal workspace here. Nice and clean. Love that. Ooh, like that sink. I love a black sink. It's so pretty. All right. Looks like there's a little pantry there. And then we go out to the front again where there's some stairs. Another shot there. I wonder if this is where what's behind that door for the pantry. If so, that is a strange... Oh, no. Okay, so it's next to the kitchen. Nice. I like it. This little area here is just like a little reading nook, I guess. Looks like it's outside of a bedroom. This one is the same thing. Looks the same. Also the same. Yeah, also the same. This is upstairs. I like it. I think there used to be a fireplace or something right here, I assume. I like it. Looks like it's well cared for. Like it's in good condition. It's in really good condition. Looks like, anyway, of course. You never know what's behind the facade, but it looks pretty good. Yeah, I like it. Like nice little deck. It's hard to say how well that's supported. It kind of looks like there might be some issues in here maybe, or they just didn't paint it. I'm not really sure. That's nice. Nice deck. Yeah, looks like it's in good condition. Room for barbecue. Decent sized backyard. I would turn that into a she shed in a moment. Oh, there's two. Oh, so maybe that's where the garage is. Sometimes people have entrances to parking in the back alley, but I bet if it snowed quite a bit, my car would not be able to get into a garage that size because there probably isn't a lot of room between this fence and this place right here. So if you have to turn around, yeah, good luck. Anyway, so decent looking house. $209,000. Not bad. What is the property tax? $1,249 per year. Yeah, features see remarks back lane. So that probably is where that parking is. Central air, nice. That's nice. Heating is forced air. That's okay. Golf course development. Okay, that might be a little bit. And frontage and land depth. Okay, that's pretty cool. Now let's move on to the next one. Here's another one, also in Medicine Hat. It's on Belfast Street. 1,362 square feet. 2 bedrooms, 3 baths up, 0 down. 183,900. Very big blob of text regarding this house. The lot is about the same size as the other one, built in 1910, so it's 114 years old. Property tax $2,500, probably because of that house being so old and or just the area that it's in. Central air again, forced air again, not too bad. Brick and wood siding. All right, now let's look at the photos. Goodness, this whole area needs work. Don't love this, so I'd have to, of course, I suppose this is all just personal preference, but I don't particularly like the front. This feels way too heavy for a room this size. If I came in, I would probably feel like I have to duck all the time. That is a lot of ceiling. It's pretty, don't get me wrong. If I had a huge house with 20-foot tall ceilings, I absolutely would do that because it gives me something to look at. But this is too much for a room that size. Like, look at it. It's all you see in the room is just that ceiling. It's like, holy crap, it's quite a bit. This room itself is not that bad of a size. It's just this just makes it, it's just feels like it's pushing my head into my shoulders. Yeah, nice, decent room. So this isn't too bad. What happened here? They just decided not to paint it. Little feature corner, I guess. They didn't fully paint. Oh yeah, there's some work needed there, but still livable for now, or at least it looks like it. Bathroom, well, what happened there? I have to find out what's going on there. Why is the tub surround peeling away? That's not good. That is not. You can tell this house is old because it has all these weird little areas for things. I suppose towels could go there maybe. I don't know, quite weird. Very tiny windows. So definitely an old house. Also view the same thing. Okay, what happened here? Why is this missing? What happened here? This flooring needs to be redone. Sitting right there. Okay, how did that get ripped off? Okay, those are some. Yeah, that's a choice. Either repainted or sanded and then painted. Just depends on how bad it is. Yep. Okay. I wonder if this was a thing where they asked their kids to pick the colors and then that's what they ended up with. All right, that's not bad. Is that actual flooring? Okay, this doesn't look too horrible. Yeah, see, here's another example. Like, what is this for? What is this area for? Did you just not want to block off the windows, so you put a bedroom on either side and that's what was left? Like, does a chair go in there? What do you even do with that? I don't know. That's weird. All right, something's happening with that window. I mean, with the ceiling. What the heck is this? Some water damage. Ooh, that's not good. That is not good. Very tiny bathroom. Again, with the... What is going on? Do they have a flood or something? It's hard to tell. Oh, I see. So this is part of a bedroom. Okay, so maybe the order of the photos doesn't quite make sense, but like what's this? Are those lights? Is that like a... Oh my God, look at... Oh my goodness, this house is interesting. The back is not much more attractive than the front. Okay, I assume that belongs to the property. Yard needs work. I bet the inside here is horrible. Oh yeah, if they have to put wood on the door to keep it closed, I'm going to say there's a problem there. I bet that building needs to... Yeah, there isn't even a photo of the inside. There's just a bunch of crap laying around. Like, looked like it had a nice polish on it, but now that I'm looking at it, it's a bit of a turd. All right, next one. Again, Medicine Hat, $225,000. It is part of a building, so you have neighbors attached. Costs even more. Condo fees each month, just shy of $600. Oh, that's high. And I realize that it says access to numerous amenities, which include an indoor pool and spa, exercise room, games room with a kitchen, a reading room, a car wash, a workshop, guest suites, and a common patio area with a barbecue. But you still have to listen to your neighbors. 1,055 square feet, so a lot less for a fair amount more. Built in 1993, so not nearly as old. And you have to pay property tax of $1,540 on top of that condo fee. Cooling is wall unit, so it's not going to be all that efficient. Baseboard heaters, again, not very efficient, especially in an area like this that gets quite cold. I hate this. I just want to be very clear. If I have to go through all the financial stress of getting a mortgage, no matter where I live, you should not be able to tell me whether or not I have pets. All right, here we are in my town. I used to live, not this building, but the one that's on the other side, because there's two buildings facing each other. And I had an area that somewhat looked like this. There was a little spot and I parked right in front of it. And then I walked in from that spot, or on days when I was going to be gone for longer, everything would be locked and I'd walk around to the main door. This building is quite small. All the units are quite small. The one I lived in was 497 square feet. So little. The kitchen I found to be absolutely impossible. And I was jealous of the guy having in-suite laundry for so little, but still, and it was really, really quite quiet as a building, but yeah. Let's go back to the front main first. So when I lived here, there is a house on this end right here that has a high deck up here where the kids love to have parties. And the music would be so loud that they would wake every single person up in both of these buildings, plus probably all the neighbors that are on whatever street this is. All right, next up. Yeah, see this, so that's a better shot. This was the one that I lived in. This is the one with the unit that we're looking at right now. When there is no loud music coming from this house right here, it's quite quiet. Everyone that you live next to, like, it's mostly senior citizens, and it's quite quiet, so that's nice. The inside has definitely had updating because it did not look like this when I lived here, so that's nice. That looks pretty good. Yeah, 495 square feet. So this is the kitchen. This is the whole thing. This is all you have. Oh, that brings back memories. Go back down here so you can see this is where the living room starts. And again, this is all you have. There is nothing else, just that. That's a better shot of the living room. Yeah, you have nothing, absolutely nothing. The laundry, this looks like exactly the same layout that I had. So the laundry is in this room right here. Bathroom is right here. Bedroom entrance is behind this wall, and that's the main entrance to get out into the hall. Okay, more photos of the outside. Nice that flowers can grow. This bedroom looks about as big as the one that I had. It was quite a large bedroom considering. I personally would have preferred a smaller bedroom with more living space because I just don't need a large bedroom. It just isn't that big of a deal. Yeah, that's funny. I did that to the bathroom that I had because you can absolutely see everything through that window. I didn't put anything up here, but I did down here because I was on the main floor and people were walking by all the time. This bathroom also does not need to be this large. Again, I would have sacrificed some of that for at least a better kitchen, because oh my god, the kitchen drove me nuts. Oh, okay, laundry's on this side. That's different. Usually it's over here, or at least that's where it was for my place. Another shot of outside, a shot of the mountain in the background. This park is a little bit down from where the buildings are. It's not very well used, and this is an incredibly busy road. So you don't go to this park to soak up some sun and have some peace, because all you hear is traffic. Like it's incredibly loud. So not great. Again, another shot of the park. There's some more houses up here. It is a no-through road, so it's quite quiet that way. But because it's so close to that very busy road, like that's all you can hear. All right, so price for this is $285,000, 495 square feet. Only one cat and one dog allowed. $1,300 a year just for property taxes. And now the worst part. 8 years ago, it was on sale for $90,000. So this person who paid the $90,000 is only paying maintenance fees of $275 a month, which is quite low. And yet they get to go from $90,000 to $285,000. That's just shy of triple. Do you see any recent renovations? I do out here, but I don't in here. This looks exactly the same as the apartment that I had when I lived there 7 years ago. Like literally nothing has changed. Even though this is a different unit, it hasn't changed. All right, next one I want to show you, 1045 Cumberland Road. This building is old. It's really old. None of the units have been updated, or at least none that I've ever seen for sale. Because it's lower cost, or was at the time when I was looking at it, it's just feels dingy, and it's not great. So this unit, 1 bed, 1 bath, 721 square feet, $294,000. You're sharing wills with other people, and you're paying all the privilege. You're paying $294,000. There is no laundry inside. State-of-the-art coin op. There's nothing you can do. I checked on this, and they said that you cannot add your own laundry into your suite because it's just going to cost too much money and too disruptive to the other units, and there's a million reasons why, but it's ridiculous. April 30th, 2021, just shy of 3 years ago. It was $182,500. Now it's at $294,000. $120,000. No renovations have been done to the inside of this suite. That much is obvious. Maybe new carpet. Maybe. Does that increase it by $120,000? No. As you can see, this has not been painted. Nothing's really been replaced. Looks very old. Same here. This is not new. This gold piping thing right here. I always forget the divider, the floor or something or other. I don't know. Anyway, you can tell that that's not good. Okay, I don't know why the couch cushions are in the kitchen, but all right. Kitchen is also really small, and it looks like you may be able to put a table there. Okay, well, it's obvious that you can fit a couch. Another shot without the cushions this time. Is that your only storage? What is that? Like, that doesn't even have a door. What the hell? Okay. Oh, okay. So it does look like it's actually getting new carpet, or maybe just getting rid. I don't. It's hard to tell. Yeah. Okay. So new carpet. Again, is that $120,000? No. And look at, there's 4 machines and four dryers and 4 washers for a building that has probably 60 units in it. Maybe, actually, let me see if I can find out. No, I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't really want to. I'll look it up later. Okay, no cooling at all. Baseboard heaters. Pets allowed with restrictions, which probably means no bulldogs, no any other dogs. Nothing that barks, no more than 1 cat. Height restriction, weight restriction, all that crap. Maintenance fee, $266 a month. Again, relatively low, but you're really getting 720 square feet for just shy of $300,000. Our final house. This one made me really angry for a lot of reasons, but not only is it $339,900, 1,300 square feet. It's a 2-bed, 2-bath, which doesn't seem bad on the surface, and it isn't, but this is a trailer, and trailers are only meant to survive or last for 50 years. It doesn't matter how many renovations you do inside. If you're not replacing all the things outside that need to be done, there's no way you'll ever make your money back. It's got cement for the parking, which is nice, and it has what looks like a decent amount of grass, but looks like it's all at the front, and maybe there might be a tiny patch in the back. It's hard to say. Another front photo. Looks weird, like these creepy eyes. I don't really like it. Side view of the carport. I like the little flowers. And I guess this is shed. Yeah, see, they're right up against those trees. There's no space back there. Okay, on the inside, again, you can tell this is a trailer just by looking. Like, look at all of those and the wood paneling everywhere. This has not been updated in a long time. The carpet looks like it's not completely destroyed, but definitely needs to be replaced. I hate spackled ceilings. Go away, popcorn. This is curious. What is this? I know it's not related, but I do want to know. All right. And I mean, size-wise, it's fine. I like that round window, although that would be horrible to try to find curtains for. Again, another photo of the dining room, living room with what looks like probably a hobby room, I guess. Could be a bedroom, but it isn't. Bathroom. I mean, it's, again, a decent size. But like this stuff needs to be cleaned up. Chances are, like it looks like there's quite a bit of dirt up there, so that's going to need to be cleaned. Maybe even the seals might have to be replaced. This, incredibly old. You just don't see colors like this anymore. Yeah, okay, here's a better shot. So definitely a hobby room. I like it, but I really don't think it should have carpet. That's too dirty, especially when you're doing hobbies. It's hard to tell what this person is doing, but you have to be able to see much closer. So I don't know, card making maybe? I don't know, it's hard to say. Oh, okay. Here's a different room that apparently has a lot of stuff. Lots of busts. Maybe they're sewing or something. Oh, it's hard to tell. Secondary bedroom. Again, still really obvious that we're in a trailer. Doesn't look like it's in very good shape. The carpet desperately needs to be replaced. Oh my God, more of this gold. And the kit, really? Rug in a bathroom, really? Oh. Okay, so at least there's no rug here, but okay, laundry area looks good. I don't mind that at all. Yeah, that's just so much paint is needed. Now the kitchen is a good size, actually. That's quite a good size. Yeah, I don't mind that at all. This is a weird feature, but I think I'd probably just put some sort of like mosaic type of deal on there. This fridge is absolutely enormous. Or wait, is that a fridge? What is that? This is the fridge right here. So what the hell is that? Standing deep. What? Okay. Modular home. Yeah, I love how they always include these. Like you can't read anything on the sticker. You can't really read what that says, but you know, it's a modular home. Yeah, thank you. Thanks. Right. So $339.9. So as far as I know, the fees in this park are not very reasonable. And not only that, it's a 55 plus park. So if you don't have that rule in your region, what that means is if you are not 55 years or older, you can't live here. You can't live. You can only live with someone who is 55 years or older if they are the primary owner. Yeah, 55 plus. 2 bed, 2 bath, and a den, master suite, private ensuite, blah, blah, blah. Manufactured home, built in 1993. So that's what, 30? Math is hard. Let me consult my phone. Okay, so we'll go 2024 minus 1993 is 31 years. Yeah. So you've got maybe 19 years left, maybe. Probably close to 10 before some intense work needs to be done, although it looks like nothing has been done on the inside. So you'd probably want to do an entire interior renovation. So yeah, $339.9 is an exorbitant price for what you get. Property taxes are $1,500, more than some of those fully detached houses we looked at in Medicine Hat. Look at that. 2014, this place is 10 years since it's been sold. It was at $111,000. $111,000 versus $339. That's more than triple for a fucking trailer. Anyway, and you get the pleasure of paying $545 a month. Snow removal, I guess, which we hardly ever get any, so that doesn't really make any sense. Garbage, or do you pay for garbage? I don't know. It doesn't really say, but the park fees are not regulated the way they should be out here, so they can just jack it up by any amount. Any park owner can jack it up by any amount that they want for any reason. Anyway, so the difference between British Columbia and Alberta is that Alberta has way more supply. So if you look, if we go back to the main realtor site and then we search for a Medicine Hat, you can see once it loads, yeah, I went directly to Courtney when I clicked on Medicine Hat. Thanks a lot. There we go. Okay, so if we go by lowest price, there we go. It starts at $44,000. So $44,000 is a very small amount, but this is not a building. This is just land. Again, you could do something. You could absolutely, it's mixed use, so you can put a house on it. You can do whatever you want. But if we were, you can see that there's more land for a very low amount of money. A trailer for $59,900. Very low amount of money, considering you could just easily buy another one and put it on top. Another trailer, fully freestanding house. I've been through this house many times while doing searches. It's been on the market for a while. It is not in great shape, which is why it's under 100,000. Page 2, you've got listing after listing after listing after listing under 150,000. Keep going because there's still more listings. Some of them are vacant land, some of them are actual houses. Now we're over 150,000 and yet we're only on page 4. Going, keep going, keep going. Still under 200,000, still under 200,000, and now we've finally gone up. First time over 200,000 and it isn't even a fully freestanding house. This one is, but this one is not. Going, keep going. That's the one we were just looking at. It's only been on the market for an hour. Going 200, 200, 200, 200. This is a half decent house for 239. Keep going, keep going. Yep. See how far we get before we get to 339,000 to match that trailer. Okay, now we're on page 8 and still not at 339. Now we're on page 9. Okay, page 10 is the first time you see 339. What size is this house? 1,030 square feet, 2 beds up, 1 down, 2 bathrooms. Much larger yard, freestanding house, legally suited property by the main, yeah, so you can get a renter in there and make money off of it. Sometimes I wonder the way they do square footage. I think this 1,030 is just upstairs and doesn't include the downstairs because this house looks bigger than that. All right, so page 10 before we got to 339,000. Now let's go back to where we saw that ridiculously priced trailer. Now we're starting at 58,000, which you might think, but Jen, there's cheap places to live. These are quarter shares. And what that means is you and 3 other people are paying the mortgage at the same time. And you and 3 other people are only allowed to live there or use it, let's say 2 weeks out of the year. And you and 3 other people have to make decisions that the other 3 agree on and do maintenance and all of that stuff. So it's a terrible idea. Now this looks nice and cheap, doesn't it? Yeah, sure, it's a trailer. It should be condemned. It's in terrible shape. Now, I know people who live in this park. It is a lovely, quiet park, although nearish to a road. The road isn't all that busy, especially once it gets into the evening. And the neighbors are, for the most part, quite quiet. However, the park fees are astronomical. So 864 square feet for, a trailer that absolutely should have been knocked down and rebuilt or replaced. It's been on the real 200 property taxes, $250 a year. Not bad at all. But look at those maintenance fees. $700 a month. What are you getting for that? Not a whole hell of a lot. How do I know this? Because I spent a lot of time in that park. And their road is absolutely terrible. After dark, if you go for a walk without bringing at the very least a headlamp and another sort of flashlight or multiple flashlights in your hand, you are asking to break all of your bones. There's a huge amount of trees, which is fine. I'm not anti-tree. In fact, I'm very pro-tree. But these trees and their roots have gotten to the point where the road is constantly broken up. And so when you're driving, if you go over 20 kilometers an hour, you either absolutely will bottom out or you will destroy your car's suspension. It's in horrible shape. And these people are paying a stupid amount of money every month to have to deal with this. And if I were them, I would stop paying the fees until something is done because they just refuse to do anything about it. It's been like that for years. And they've had a couple of park owner or resident park manager changeovers and still nothing has been done. So it tells me that the guy that owns the place is the one that doesn't want to get rid of them. And I get it, trees are beautiful, but there's other trees that you could put in there. that don't grow roots that completely buckle your road. And it would be fine if they ever repaved it, but they don't. They just keep letting it get worse and worse and worse. It's ridiculous. Anyway, $700 a month to pay for that. That's BS. No, thank you. All right, now let's see how far we can go before we get to 339,000. We are on page 1 of 35. All right, page 1, we are not at 339,000. Oh, and I want to make a point. If you happen to see 1050 Braidwood pass by, give this one a hard pass because the building is looking at charging each owner a minimum of $120,000 to do maintenance that should have been done a long time ago, and they don't have enough in the bank for all the condo fees that everybody's been paying to be able to afford it. So each owner is now on the hook for that amount of money. So a whole bunch of people put their units up for sale because they don't want to pay it or they can't. So that's why, just so you know. And this building is also really old and on a relatively busy street, again, close to a very, very busy street, and it's just not in great shape. So Wilkinson, this is a 55 plus trailer park that is right up against the water in this area, I believe. And it's fine, but the trailers are overpriced for what you get. Way overpriced. 2625 Mansfield, same thing. Actually, I think this is, oh yeah, this is the trailer park. Yeah. So that's the water right there. It's beautiful. And this air park is lovely to walk around. But yeah, there's a whole lot of people living there. Anyway, all right, keep going. And again, there's that one that I was showing you before, 1450 tonner. Keep going. That's the one, 339.9, and we're only on page 3. Did I leave the Medicine Hat one up? No, I did not. Anyway, page 10, I believe it was. So that's the difference in housing supply between those two areas. The Courtney, what is the population of Courtney in 2023? $28,415. Now, you might think that that's fair because there's less people, so of course there's less housing inventory. But here's the thing. When you live in this area, you're surrounded by Comox and Cumberland. This is called the Comox Valley. 3 towns very close together. This area, Comox, is where the elderly people live, all those who bought houses when they were $125,000, and they're almost all single family housing. They have some apartment buildings, but nowhere near as many as there needs to be. And Courtney is sort of like the less rich area. There are some nice areas, of course, there always is, but for the most part, this section is less. So when they do the population, they do the population of Courtney only, not Comox and not Cumberland, even though they're kind of all together. So together it's about 60,000, which is less than Medicine Hat, granted, but still, you saw how wildly expensive everything was. And yes, it's a big deal because this is the Pacific Ocean that we are on, because this is Vancouver Island where we live. But the town that everyone wants to live in is almost 4 hours south in Victoria. Victoria is the capital of BC. Victoria is the town everyone wants to go to because it's beautiful. I love it. And as you can see, there's a lot more roads, a lot more people. Everybody wants to live in this area. They have the ferries that go everywhere they need to. They have the one that goes to Seattle, to Port Angeles. They go all over the place. It's you can get the Clipper, like you can be in Seattle in an hour. That's a really fast ferry. Whereas you can't even get from Nanaimo to Vancouver in less than 2 hours. So there's a lot of advantages living there. However, you're also paying through the nose. Although interestingly, they have much more housing supply than we do. Hope this was interesting. If not, let me know. Thank you so much for paying attention. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.